Meet Thiago. He's standing outside his new international company, and while excited, he's also a bit nervous about having to speak English all day. But here's a secret. Making a great first impression doesn't require thousands of words. You just need a simple 4-part toolkit to get you through the morning. Our first tool is greetings. In English, we choose our words based on who we are talking to, usually splitting them into 2 groups, formal and informal. If Thiago is speaking to the receptionist or an executive, he'll look at the formal column and use good morning, good afternoon, or a simple hello. But if he meets a friendly coworker at his same level, he can use the informal column with phrases like hi or what's up. Picking the right greeting is the first step to feeling comfortable. It shows you understand the social setting and helps you start the day with confidence. Next, Thiago is introduced to the general manager. He wants to be respectful, but addressing superiors can be tricky if you aren't sure which title to use. For men, it's easy. We use Mr., pronounced Mr., for any man, whether he is 20 or 60, married or single. Historically, titles for women changed based on marriage. You might have heard Mrs. for married women, or Miss for those who aren't. But in a modern office, we use Ms. It's pronounced Ms. with a buzzing Z sound at the end. It works for every woman, regardless of her private life. Sticking to Mr. and Ms. is the safest way to show professional respect without having to worry about making any incorrect assumptions. Now, Thiago needs his ID badge. The security guard has to type his name into the computer and asks, "How do you spell that?" This is why knowing the alphabet is a survival skill. People will almost always ask you to spell a name they haven't seen before. These 5 vowels are where most spell mistakes happen, especially for learners who speak Portuguese. In English, we say A, E, and I. Because these sounds are so different from how they're pronounced in other languages, they are very easy to mix up. To make sure it is perfectly correct, Thiago spells it out letter by letter for the guard, S-I-M-L-V-A. Once you can spell your own name without hesitation, administrative tasks like this move much faster, letting you get on with your day. Finally, Thiago joins his first team meeting. He sits down and someone asks, "So what do you do here?" To answer, Thiago needs the verb to be. Think of this as the foundation for stating facts about who people are and what they do. When talking about himself, Thiago uses I am to state his identity and his job. He says, "I am Thiago. I am a designer." If he needs to say what something is not, he just adds that one word right after the verb. So if a coworker asks if he's the new boss, Thiago can clarify, "I am not the boss. He is the boss." Knowing when to use am and is and when to add not helps you clearly define your role so everyone knows exactly who you are. By the end of the day, Thiago has handled every interaction successfully. He didn't need a complex vocabulary, he just used his 4 basic tools. When we bring these 4 tools together, we get a simple formula for making any introduction: a greeting, a title, your spelled name, and your role. Warmly. Watch how Thiago puts it all together. "Good morning, Miss Smith. I am Thiago Silva, S-I-L-V-A. I am your new designer." This sequence acts as a universal icebreaker, giving you a clear structure to follow whenever you need to introduce yourself for the first time. Now it's your turn to try it out. Leave a comment below with a greeting and a short sentence using I am to tell us who you are. We'll see you in the next lesson.